it's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you're new here. I hope you guys stay. So for today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys a story about the time I was catfished. And not just catfished by some like supermodel looking guy who was like into me or something. No, I was catfished by a Grammy Award winning music producer. So if you guys want to hear this story, make sure you keep watching. But really quickly before we start, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you guys follow me on all my social media in the description below. It's also in the beginning of the video. And yeah, let's jump right into this story time. So before we start, I want to say sorry for not posting for 2 weeks. It has been so long. I missed you guys. I missed making videos. I was very sick with what I thought was the flu, but was actually a really bad sinus infection. I had 102 fever. I lost my voice. I still don't completely have my voice back. I'm all congested still. It was awful, but I'm sorry for not posting. I am back now and ready to laugh with you guys about yet another crazy thing that has happened to me. So I was probably 16 or 17 years old when this happened. It was not that long ago, and as a lot of you may know if you've seen some of my other videos or are subscribed to me on my main channel, I am a singer and a songwriter, and as every singer-songwriter wants, I really desperately wanted to be signed by a record label. Around this time, Justin Bieber had just discovered someone who goes to the same studio that I go to, the Loft Sound Studio, Madison Beer. I'm sure many of you know her. I watched her go from having a couple hundred followers to millions and millions, and Justin Bieber is one of my biggest idols, so watching her grow into this mega star in just a couple minutes, and watching other artists around me who I knew on Vine just exploding, I was insanely antsy to get my music discovered by someone in the entertainment business. That has not really changed much, but I have definitely learned a lesson of being patient when it comes to this stuff from this story. So I had been doing shows all the time, posting music videos on my YouTube channel. I had around like 11,000 followers on Vine, so my Vine started like catching people's attention, and I decided, you know what, I see all these like hometown artists who I know and who go to the same studio as me and who are like just like me, exploding overnight and getting record deals, and I want to do the same thing, so I'm gonna start sending my music out there. So I started doing some insane FBI work, and I started researching all the best managers, the best agents, the best record companies, and I just started sending all my music that I had recorded out to these people. Now, most of my emails just got like, we don't take solicited material emails back, because a lot of huge companies that I was sending my music to all say like the same thing: you have to have a manager or an agent send in your stuff. But you can't get a manager or agent to send your stuff to these major record labels unless you send it to them, except you can't send solicited material to these managers or agents either. So it's like, how am I supposed to do this? It just makes no sense. I'm not allowed to send any material to anybody, but somehow I'm just supposed to miraculously get a manager or an agent. Like, it just makes no sense. But fate had it that I did get one email back from a Grammy Award winning producer. This guy supposedly worked for one of the biggest record companies. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to get sued, but when I tell you all of you guys would know the record company if I said it, I'm telling you all of you guys would know the record company. Literally major artists like Justin Bieber, Adele, like huge artists. I don't even know if those were exactly ones. I'm just saying examples, like big artists are signed to this record company. And this guy emailed me back, said he liked what he saw, he liked the pictures of me, said I had a face that like could sell a lot of music or whatever, and he said he wanted to hear some more of my stuff because I had only been sending one song. So I sent him some other songs that I had previously recorded at one of my studios, and he was like, this is great, I want to work with you. And as excited as I was, I also was really sketched out, because even though I had been doing some FBI work and really looking into the backgrounds of these people, I guess at some point I started getting lazy and just sending it to whoever said they worked at like major record companies. So I started asking this guy a couple questions about what he does, like whatever, and he said that he had an independent company that branched off of like this major record company, which I never even heard of, but like as a 16-year-old, what he's saying to me almost sounded like right. And I didn't think that someone would be on like LinkedIn and like these professional sites lying about what they did. So I kind of believed him. My dad believed him, and we got super excited. And so he started telling me that he's gonna send me a contract. He started telling me how he's gonna fly me out to Nashville, Tennessee, how I'm gonna record all this music, whatever. Started getting me super, super excited. And then before he even sent me the contract that he supposedly needed me to sign before we could even get things going, he posted one of the original songs I had emailed him to listen to on iTunes. He watermarked it in the corner with his independent company logo, and he just changed a little bit of the background music and posted it on iTunes without telling me and without having me sign a contract. The only reason I found out my song was on iTunes was because someone who supported my music tweeted, and they were like, OMG, I can't believe brookeelardo's music is now on iTunes. I'm so happy and excited for you. And I was like, wait a minute, what? I didn't put my song on iTunes. So I clicked it and looked at it and realized that it was this guy who said he wanted to work with me that posted my song on iTunes without my permission, without a contract being signed. That song was written by different producers, so I'm pretty sure that makes it just even more illegal than this already was. So my dad calls him and he's like, excuse me, you didn't tell us you were putting her song on iTunes. You didn't give us a contract to sign. You just did that without even asking permission. Like, that's so illegal. We can sue you for so much money. And he replied, I'm so sorry. I just really wanted to get her music out there and get her going in this business. Someone who works for a professional record company would never do that. There are certain guidelines that they have to meet. You can't do anything to someone's already produced music without permission from the producers or the artist. You can't post artists' music on iTunes with your logo without telling them. You can't do that all without signing contracts and stuff. Like, there are hundreds and hundreds of pages that I would have had to go through of signing and saying it's okay to do that stuff for him to be allowed to do that, but no. And also, I believe someone who is like from a professional record company, like a manager or an agent, would start by like, you know, slowly getting you in the like industry, like starting by recording an EP and slowly doing shows places, not just like taking one of your already recorded songs and just slapping it on iTunes without permission. I was so taken back by that. Like, when this girl tweeted me saying she was so excited that my song was on iTunes, I literally had to DM her and be like, girl, you don't even know what just happened. Like, thank you so much for tweeting me this, because I would have never known that my song was on iTunes. It costs money to put songs on iTunes too. And the girl bought the song. Like, was he just taking the money from my song? Like, I still don't know if he got money from the song. I don't know, like, what he's doing now, but all I can tell you is that he definitely was not who he said he was. So, my moral of the story is, do not rush into things. When someone says they want to work with you, really dig into their background and don't believe everyone is who they say they are, because a lot of times they're not. You can be scammed by anybody these days. Literally anybody can pretend to be someone they're not. Just try not to be ignorant. Try to really pay attention. Again, I was like 16 or 17 years old at the time, so I was just like trying to get my music out there, but I know so much better now, and sometimes you only learn things when they happen to you, and so I definitely learned my lesson from this. But I hope you guys can also take something away from this. If you guys liked this video and have a similar experience or any kind of catfish story, leave a comment in the description below telling me your guys' stories. Make sure you leave this video a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This week I'm very busy, so I might not be able to post on Wednesday, but I do have a very exciting video for you guys on Friday about some conspiracy theories dealing with Stranger Things. I am very excited for that video, so make sure you guys turn on your post notifications for when I post that video, and yeah, I will see you guys on Friday.